Well, the snow was falling down, and with Christmas shopping in mind, I climbed into my pickup truck and started downtown. It was about dark, and the snow was coming down a little harder now. And as I turned the corner onto Spring Street, I felt a bump, as if something had run into my truck. Well, I slammed the brakes on, jumped out. I couldn't believe my eyes. There, laying in the snow, was a little blonde-haired, barefoot boy. He didn't move, and I just prayed he wasn't dead. I was in shock, and without thinking, I picked the little boy up and rushed him to the nearest hospital. A couple of attendants took the little boy into the emergency room. I was shaking like a leaf as I sat waiting. After about 10 minutes, a policeman came over to me and asked the little boy's name. Well, I told him I didn't know his name. So he suggested that I go with him to the accident scene, since all was being done for the little boy that could be done. As we drove, I noticed the Christmas lights, and I thought to myself, I wish everyone would just turn them off. I just wish Christmas wouldn't come. He stopped at the place of the accident, and across the street was a small unpainted house with a light shining through the door. And as we walked to the house, a young lady came out and asked us if we'd seen a little 6-year-old boy named Tommy. Well, I just couldn't answer her, so the officer led the woman to the police car, and we headed straight to the hospital with sirens and lights flashing. I listened as she told us her husband was dead, and how she had returned home to find little Tommy missing. She kept saying what a good little boy he was. And as we entered the hospital, a doctor greeted us with a great big smile and told us that little Tommy was fine. He had just been knocked unconscious, and a little cut was on his head. Well, I was so overcome with joy, I hugged everybody in the room. About that time, little Tommy came out and joined in the celebration. Well, we carried him home that very night. And as we drove, I thought how beautiful the Christmas trees and bright lights were after all. I had never seen the tree decorations look so beautiful as they reflected off the snow. And I thought to myself, what greater gift for Christmas could I ever have than the life of a little boy? Oh yes, it was my perfect Christmas gift. And when the news of little Tommy's accident was out, Christmas gifts poured in from everywhere. Tommy had his best Christmas ever. But the new year was even greater. For on January 29th, Tommy's mother became my bride. And now I'm reminded of my most perfect Christmas gift every day of my life.